Well, looks like Fort Defiance is this way. Let's check it out. Well, there it is, Fort Defiance. Right there. There's the soldier standing right there. So those fences right there, you can see, are definitely were used a lot in the Civil War. Basically just chop the wood, stack it on top of each other, real easy. Of course, you know, back then a lot of folks didn't have money for nails or anything else. The South had to do a lot of stuff to improvise, so that's one of them right there, are those fences. And I remember as a young man seeing fences like this, certain places that I would move to. So you could see these fences, and it was always just interesting to me what they were used for. But now I know, and so do you guys. But could you imagine trying to stop bullets or hide behind one of those while those bullets are coming? I mean, these bullets were the size of your thumb. They were no joke, nothing like how we use today. Very lethal, and I will show y'all some spots where I actually have metal detected and found a lot of these. So let's check it out. All right, let's see what's going on in here. Hello, traveling solo here. All right, of course I'll be traveling here in just a minute, but I wanted to show y'all this right here. We're about to walk into their looks like their Fort Defiance Center. We'll check out and see what they have what's going on in here. So let's go check it out. All right, here we go. All right. Ooh, okay. Look at all this. Civil War artifacts. That guy looks like a Civil War guy. Wow. Now a lot of these here, especially these bullets and musket balls, I have definitely dug up a bunch of them. There are a ton around here, and I keep finding them. Every time I go out, I still find some. An old money. Look at that Sharps compound there. Wow, that thing is nice. You see that? Those bullets right there, see the size of them? That's what I was talking about. They're just humongous. Look at that pistol, man, that's nice. Now right there in the center, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a buckle. I've been trying to find one of those forever, and they are hard to find. And then you can see the cannonball right there. We dug up one of those about 2 or 3 years ago. Now you gotta make sure that they're not live, because some of them will or can be charged still. Civil War token. Some more Civil War stuff. Oh, there's the river back there. Shows how people were coming and going. Wow. As I showed you, that cannonball there is definitely something that you wouldn't want coming your way. I know when I picked up that 6-pounder, that looks bigger. How big is that cannonball? Is that an 8-pounder, do you know?
That's a 24-pounder cannon out there.
Uh-huh.
I always forget that's a 24-pounder cannonball.
I'm sure it is, because a 6-pounder was only about the size of my fist. And yeah, but wow, 24 pounds, whew, coming at you. And from what I understand, some of the firefighters locally around here told me that after the war, they pushed some of those cannons into the river, and they still might be down there. We don't know. I do not want to attempt it. So let's check this out. Oh, wow. That's how they made them. Confederates had to make a lot of their own artillery. Definitely some poor folks down here. Didn't have the resources like the North. So a lot of stuff you had to make. Look at those things. Wow. So you'd have to make a lot of your bullets right there. Some of them would do them right there, sitting at the camp, making them. Look at all these faces. All of these people. Look how young he is. Look at that. Those mustaches were the thing back then. You had to have a mustache to be a man, I guess, to show that you are of age and you were ready to fight. So let's see here. What do we got there? Sure, Westport Creek saw some tools, slag. Slag is a waste product comprised of impurities separated from iron ore during the smelting process. I've seen a lot of that slag, so I know about it. I've seen it. Tobacco and tobacco knife. Oh, working out in the tobacco fields is hard. It is hard work. I've done it once or twice. Well, twice. Not once or twice. I've done it twice. And believe me, you don't want to do it. It's back-breaking, hard, sticky, dirty, but it has to be done. So you can see the river right here. This was it right here. And there's Dover. Dover's where I will take y'all next, to where you can check it out. Fort Donaldson's up there. See, Fort Seaver, Fort Clark. Okay, Fort Terry. That was, I know where that is. There's a railroad track over there, and of course, railroad, rivers was the main way of transportation. That was definitely the way to go. If you wanted to travel and travel fast, that's what you rode. So let's see what else they got here. Here are actually some more of the cannonballs. Look at those. And the loaders. 12-pound canister. Grape shot. Now that's an interesting shooter right there. Those balls would be packed into the cannon, shot out, and that all them balls would go out like shrapnel. It would be like a big shotgun. Boom, and they would just go everywhere. And what damage they could do. So you sit here. Look at these people here. Slaves. Read that right there. Hard times during this time. Something I don't think I could handle. Union strategy. Gunboats. Look at that thing. Wow. Gunboats. Let's go on around here and see. There's the man himself, Abraham Lincoln. Probably one of the best presidents we ever had. And look at these. Confederate guerrillas and cavalry riders. Confederate guerrilla bands formed after Middle Tennessee fell to the Union. Farmers and civilians by day, and they attacked Union posts by night, becoming the scourge of the garrisons. So people still fighting after, wanting still to get their land back, get what was theirs, using these kind of weapons. The 1851 Navy revolver. Wow, that is something. So look at all this stuff. Looks like you got letters. Oh, what an awful war this was. Look at those faces. All of those faces gone. Well, it's not a big place, but it's definitely really nice to have here. So we all have to know our history, that's for sure. Again, I have a ton of these. They are cool though. And super heavy. If you ever pick one up, oh man, they weigh. They really do. So let's go on back out. So that was that. That was Fort Defiance. A little bit of history about it here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Again, this fort was given up. Didn't see a lot of action. Did have people here though to do what they had to do for their home and their country and what they wanted. So it's definitely a much better life. Up here are some more of them earth mounds. See how it's built? See how it goes over? And that's so that you could lay there and get ready to shoot my bow. And it's actually perfect for that. Perfect position to lay down. So, but yeah, I found all kinds of bullets, artifacts all around here. And there's still a lot more in the ground. I just haven't had time or permission to do it. So, now let's jump on our traveling solo electro and let's ride around here and see what we can look at real quick. We'll do a quick tour. All right. Y'all stay with me, okay? Here we go. All right. So here I am. I'm on the wheel. So, it's time to check this place out and ride around it and see what it's like. So here we go. So we're gonna start off by just going around here. We'll just travel around real quick and check it out. And we'll come back. So let's turn it around here. That way you all can see what's going on too. See where I'm going. Traveling down. All right. Let's go back up here. Again, traveling on my uni here. I'm still getting used to it. So we'll go down here and see where it takes us. If I can do this without busting my butt, it's going to be interesting. I don't ride too many bikes here, but we'll see. See what happens. See if I get in trouble. Yep. Okay. Almost lost it. Y'all can see I'm still learning this thing. And going down bike trails is not the easiest thing to do. So let's go up this way. Never been up this way. So all these men sitting here waiting to see what happens. So here you go. Grab one down. Like I said, I've never been down here. Whoa! Alright, that definitely is a stopping point. So we gotta turn around. And of course, I had to jump off here because there's not a big enough spot for me to turn around. So I gotta find a place to turn around at. All right, I did it. Found me a spot, and look what I'm using. I'm using the cannon to hold on to. As you can see, this guy used it to get up and get my balance, get my feet right. So let's continue. All right, here we go. Go on down there, see what we can find. Again, these turns are going to be interesting. Probably my most viewed video will be me crashing on this thing. People love to see the wrecks. Which I too am one of them. Okay, traveling solo electro on this is very interesting. It's going to keep my riding skills. It's like we get to go all the way down there. So, here we go. Twisting and turn bends here. Coming around, coming around. I'll be honest, I don't even know where this thing goes. So we get to find out together. Traveling solo. Oh, coming up on the bridge. What is happening here? So we will cross this bridge. It is a beautiful day here in Clarksville today. Just got done raining. Oh, look at that. Wow. White-tailed deer just hanging out. Just hanging out. Y'all see that? Just white-tailed deer just hanging out. See those a lot here in Clarksville, which are I've actually unfortunately have hit 2 deer before. One coming down in the interstate, and oh my gosh, it totaled my car. Totaled. Oh, it's like we're out of it. So I guess that was that. I don't know if I want to go down there. So that looked like to be part of the trail of Fort Defiance, probably where the soldiers had to walk back and forth, going down to the river and maybe washing their clothes, or maybe just swimming on a hot July day. But Just sitting here waiting on orders to say, what do we need to do? All right. Well, let's ride around a little bit more here. I'll show y'all a spot where I did some metal detecting and where I found probably 60 bullets. All right, so let's check it out. Hang in there with me. All right, so I figured maybe y'all want to go on the ride a little bit. So I'm gonna show you where I dug a ton of these bullets. Fort Defiance, just right over here. Right over here. Well, we came over to this house. We'll see. So right in here, right there, this house coming up right now on the left, this hill right here, I dubbed as Bullet Hill. And the reason why is because I started finding bullets all right here in the bank. Civil War bullets and musket bullets. They were all right there in the bank. So I started digging there, and the lady come out, and of course, it's an abandoned house, but the woman next door come out, and she allowed me to look. And I just started digging bullet after bullet after musket ball after musket ball after mini ball after mini ball. So I dubbed it Bullet Hill. And it has always been just a place that I enjoy digging. So here we go. Look at that old house right there. Those are more earthworks right there. I don't know if you can see them. I'm sure you can. Those are the earthworks. They use those a lot, again, to fight. So, I tell you what, since I'm over here, look at this old house. So sad seeing some of these houses just breaking down and just not being in use anymore. Make sure there's nobody there behind me. But I'll take you real quick to where the fort here had a dock. It's called Trice Landing. So I'll take you there real fast. So hang in there. Let's go check it out. Especially now since the river's up. It's kind of neat. All right. All right. Here we are. We're coming back. So this is the way down to Trice Landing. This was a boat dock that was used by the Civil War and still used to this day. Again, done some metal detecting over here, because what was said on this side over here was one of the general's houses. So, in fact, I just metal detected this not too long ago. So you can see the beautiful landscape of this place. Look over there. I can see buttercups. Buttercups are definitely a sign of somebody living there when, you know, back then in the 1800s, you couldn't just go find all these wildflowers. So you had to go dig them, and then you'd replant them. So they would plant them around. The ladies would plant them around, and the men would probably help out too, some. And that's how you do it. But here we are, Trice Landing. As you can see, the water is incredibly high. But again, this isn't as high as it's gotten before. In 2010, it was even higher than this. I apologize about the wind, because of course being by the river, it's definitely windy here. So you can see, and up there, you can see where they hung out. Look at this river though. Look at that river. Look at the port over there. Way bunch over there. Well, I think that's about all I can show of Fort Defiance. There might be a few more things later on I'll show, but we are coming up back to those wooden fences and coming back up to the sign here. So there we go. There it is. So that's the Civil War Fort Defiance here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Like I said, it didn't see a lot of action, but it was still a place of war and something that we should never forget. So thank you, YouTube. Again, this is Traveling Solo Electro. Made it back safely. Thank you all always, and please subscribe. Thumbs up my video if you like it. Thumbs down it. Give me bad comments. I know those are always easier than putting a nice one, so I'll take anything. So it's nice that y'all got to come with me on this adventure. I look forward to many more, and Traveling Solo out. Until next time, Avita Zane.